YouTube comic book fans, here we are with another week full of comics. It was a pretty big week this week. I got 12 comics. That's because two of them are 2 weeks late because they were shorted. The Valiant number 2 being one of those. And 4 number 1s this week, though one of them was a fake number 1. The Valiant number 2 finally in 2 weeks later. Enjoyed the first issue, liked the artwork, liked this stiff cover stock. I wish all comics were like this. A big team up between all the heroes in the Valiant universe. It's a nice book to dip into the Valiant universe too if you want to check it out. Only 4 issues. And I expect to enjoy. Nice cover. Jeff Lemire, Matt Kindt, Paolo Rivera, and Joe Rivera. Do a good job with this one. Looking forward to reading it. The other shorted book was The Rumble number 2. Came out 2 weeks ago. I just got it this week. Or just Rumble, no The Rumble. I still hadn't decided whether to put it on my pull list or not. I put issue 3 on my pull list. We'll see if it gets there permanently after issue 2 and 3. Nice artwork. Have no idea where the story is going. A few people on YouTube said after issue 2 they're still not sure where the story is going, but the artwork is really nice. Enjoy that cover. So, we'll see. Next, we have X-O Manowar number 33. Number 32 I just got last week, so I was very surprised to see 33 on my pull list this week. I don't know why, but the last couple of issues of X-O Manowar were just meh. The Armorines issues, because they just finished their big Armor Hunters story, which was really good. And then they got to a little short story that was okay, if not fairly typical, with big billionaire who builds his own armor, wanting to take X-O's armor, but gets the better of him for a moment. But then of course X-O kicks his ass. Nothing too exciting. This looks the last 2 issues. This looks like the beginning of a new arc. I still like X-O, so I'll stick with it. Here we go with Egos, number 5. Another bit of a surprise. Hasn't been an issue of this out in, I don't even know how long, 6 months, I'm guessing. The first story arc was pretty good. Some nice artwork. It takes place in the future, where there was some guy who was with a famous superhero team that he just brought it looked like he was reforming the superhero team, but it turned out to be all clones of him or something in the first story arc. But it's, a nice superhero future book, a little sci-fi, little Legion of Superheroes-ish. I'm enjoying it. We'll see how the second story arc goes. East of West, number 17. All of the pre-war political shenanigans are over. And now we've got all the hot war political shenanigans going on. I enjoy East of West and its craziness. I didn't like Hickman's new book, though, The Dying and the Dead. To me, that was 60 pages of a guy chasing a bunch of people chasing a MacGuffin, and then 40 or so pages of them trying to talk some other guy into making a deal where they didn't even tell you what the deal was, and you knew he was going to take the deal at the end. So 40 pages later, when he said, "I'll take the deal," it was no surprise. So no Dying in the Dead for me, but East of West continues. Saga, number 25. Don't have much to say about Saga. I like it. Lots of people like it. It's a popular book. It's made it 25 issues. Story of a family of who come from 2 sides of people fighting a war with trying to raise their kid, with both sides hunting them down, and all sorts of weird space fantasy stuff. I hesitate to call it sci-fi because there's no science in it. It's just futuristic, I guess. But good story. Enjoy it. Excellent art. Velvet, issue 9, Secret Lives of Dead Men. This comic has just been kicking ass. It has just been up there as one of my favorites. It's got to be one of my top 3 comics because it's just fabulous. The initial story was stuff you read before, Spy Betrayed, but they're really getting, by issue 9, they're really getting into the meat, and things are different than you've seen, and all sorts of spy stuff going on, and she's got some plan going where she's trying to figure out what's happening, and the people who are chasing her, some half-heartedly, are trying to figure out what's going on too. But man, beautiful, beautiful artwork, beautiful writing. I can't recommend Velvet highly enough because it's just a wonderful comic. On to the number ones. This is kind of the fake number one. Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses number one. I find it a little annoying that they're going to be renumbering Stray Bullets with every new storyline that comes out, but I understand it. When issue 1 sells, 10,000 issues, and issue 8 sells 4,000 issues, making number 1. I mean, the economics are just there. Even if it does annoy me a little, I'm still buying it. Crime story. Things are always going back. I describe the basic Stray Bullet storyline as somebody who's not a criminal gets mixed up with criminals and things don't go well for them. I've been reading Stray Bullets for years. I've read all of them. They're all good. Pick yourself up some Stray Bullets. Rat God, number 1 of 5. I have zero idea what this is about, but it's Richard Corbin, so it gets an automatic pull for me. Richard Corbin is just a master storyteller. No matter what story he's telling, he just tells it so well. Check out Bigfoot that he did with Steve Niles about, I don't even know how long ago now, 10 years ago. Masterful story. And I expect Rat God to... This is even one of those I'll double dip on, probably, in that if they come out with a nice hardcover version for $20, $25, I'll get that too. That's how much of a Richard Corbin fan I am. Which is strange, because I wasn't a Richard Corbin fan all through the 80s and 90s that much, but I really became one in the 2000s, so... Rat God, number 1, no idea what it is. Richard Corbin, good, but that's good enough for me. Next comes Postal, number 1. I ordered this from the description a month ago. I don't remember. I do not remember what this is about. I don't buy many Top Cow comics, but I must have liked the description because here it is. So, who's that? Matt Hawkins, Brian Hill, Isaac Goodhart, and Betsy Gonya. I never heard of any of them. Like I said, no clue what this is about, but I'm giving it a read. The last number 1 of the week is Nameless, number 1. Grant Morrison, Chris Burnham with Nathan Fairbairn. I'm hit or miss with Grant Morrison. I like about every third project he does. But man, I like that cover. I'm a fan of symbols in those... I'm a fan of astronaut suits, too. So you put symbols on astronaut suits, and you got me. I mean, that's just... You got me. I like both of those things. Love that cover. Have absolutely zero idea what this book is about, but symbols on astronaut suits sold it to me. And finally, I got Birthright issue number 5. I haven't read any Birthright yet, but Tom Ray has been telling us we're all crazy not to be reading Birthright. So I finally went, I'm old school. I can start with issue 5. And so I said, all right, issue 5, I'll give it a read. And put it on my... I actually like... what do I buy by this guy, Joshua Williamson? Ghosted. I very much enjoyed Ghosted. And I meant to pick up Birthright number 1, but it sold out at my store. I didn't get it on my list and reserve a copy. And then I just kind of let the other ones pass me by. So finally I went, I'm tired of letting it pass me by. I'll get issue 5. So there it is, issue 5. And it's got very cool art in it, I must say. Some nice looking stuff there. Ooh, what is that monster? But I've seen a few people review it and like it, so I'm going to read an issue. All right. You guys have a good week out there. Oh, hold on. There's one more thing I gotta show you. I picked up the Rat Queens Volume 1 trade off of Amazon this week because Ghost Critic is starting his little trade club where everybody at the end of the month reviews one trade, and this is this month's. And I actually put Rat Queens on my pull list a couple weeks ago and haven't only got the special issue. And so I'll give this kind of, when you order trade paperbacks from Amazon, you're taking a risk, so sometimes they come a little battered. And this one is a little battered, but not too bad. But it's only a $9.99 trade, so it was like $8, $7 or $8 on Amazon. And at the end of the month, I'll be doing a review of it along with everybody else. I skipped Nailbiter, which was his first month's trade, only because I bought the first 2 issues of Nailbiter and wasn't fond of them, so wasn't going to review the trade. But this one I will. All right, so we'll catch all you people out in comic book land next week.